Guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new here. Hi, my name is Rosie, and thank you so much for taking a moment out of your busy day to spend a few moments with me. So in today's video, we're going to be creating the most adorable Christmas planning box. You'll see how beautiful it is, and there is just jam-packed with different holiday items that you're going to be needing. So if you're ready, let's get started. Okay, so for this project, I'm going to be using craft cardstock only because it's heavier. So I would suggest that you use something that is 110 pounds, something that's pretty sturdy since it's going to have multiple elements to it. So I have in front of me, we're going to need a 12 by 12 piece. Then we're going to need a piece that is 10 3/8 by 6 3/8. We're going to need another piece that is 8.5 by 4 1/4. We're going to need another piece that's 5.5 by 3. And the last piece is 4.5 by 3. So let's get started. Okay, let's do all of our scoring all at once. So let's go ahead and place our 12 by 12 onto our scoreboard. First, we're going to make a score at 3 inches and at 9. We're going to turn it and do a score at 5 and 7. Our next piece is our 10 3/8 by 6 3/8, and we'll put it in on the 10 3/8 side, and we're going to score at 2 1/8 on all 4 sides. Okay, the next piece is our 8.5 by 4 1/4, and we are going to score at 1 1/4 on 3 sides. Okay, so just again, we're going to place it in on the 8.5 inch side and score at 1 1/4 on 3 sides. The next piece is our 5.5 by 3. We're going to place it in on the 5.5 inch side, and we're going to score at 1/2 inch, 1 inch, 4.5, and 5, and then we'll turn it. We'll score at 1/2 inch and 1 inch. So we are scoring at 1/2 inch and 1 inch on 3 sides. And then our last piece that we'll bring in is our 4.5 by 3. We'll place it in on the 4.5 inch side, and we are going to do the same thing. We're going to score at 1/2 inch and 1 inch on all 3 sides. Okay. Alright, so that's all the scoring that we're going to do. Now we need to fold and burnish all of our scores. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, let's go ahead and just make a couple of cuts. We're going to go ahead and cut up to the very first score mark, just like this. We'll go ahead and do this on both sides. Okay, so now we've done is we have released the tabs in the middle. Let's go ahead and burnish this down. Now what we're going to do is let's go ahead and just put these down. So I'm just going to place some double-sided tape. You can use glue if you wish. It's totally up to you. And I'm just going to use tape because I have it readily available. And the reason that we want to do this is to reinforce the bottom of our box. So let's go ahead and just put that down. Okay, so now you have this. So now what we're going to do is let's go ahead and now we can do a couple of scores. That's going to kind of help us. So I'm going to bring back in the scoreboard. Guys, I'm interrupting the video super quick to let you know that I've set myself a goal of attaining 500 additional new subscribers by the beginning of September. If you're interested in helping little old me out, please subscribe to my channel and leave me a comment down below so that I may thank you personally. I'm going to be hosting my very first giveaway around September that's going to be open to all visible subscribers. It's going to be a lot of fun, so don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel. Okay, enough about that. Back to the video. So now it doesn't matter which side that you do it. We want to score at 1 inch on the two sides. So let me just 1 inch again. Okay. So on the top, I have scored at 1 inch and 1 inch. Now on the opposite end, this one here, let's put this in the scoreboard. And let's make a mark at 1 3/4 on both sides. So 1 3/4. Okay. Okay, so if you're looking at it, we have a 1 inch score on these two, and then we have a 1 3/4 on these two. So we are going to cut out the one that has the 1 3/4. That's the reason why we made this, is just so that it gives you some frame of reference as to how much to cut off. Now certainly you could eyeball this, but I like to do exact measurement. So now what you should be left with is this and this piece over here where we have the score marks at 1 inch. So let's go ahead and fold the 1 inch. All right. Now let's go ahead and let's go ahead now and just bring in our 8.5 by 4 1/4. Let's see, where is it? Okay. So let's go ahead and bring in our 8.5 by 4 1/4. And what we're going to do is we are going to remove the corner pieces. Here. So what we should be left with is something like this. We have the longer one, and then we have these two here. Okay? So now that we have this, what we want to do, let's bring back in our larger piece that we just did. So if we are looking at it and we have our 1 inch here at the bottom, right? So we have our score mark that is 1 inch. We have our bottom of the box, and then up top we have the part that we cut 1 3/4. Here's the box that we just made, and what we want to do is we want to line this up to the top of this line here. Like that. So let's go ahead and do that. We're gonna, you can use glue or tape, whatever you wish. It's totally up to you guys. Alright. You know, like I was saying before, that I like to kind of see if I can make things. I love going to the pharmacy and the, you know, the pharmacy or the, you know, the grocery store, looking on Pinterest, the internet, and I like to find things that look pretty and then just from the picture seeing if I can replicate it just looking at the picture. Alright guys, so let's go ahead and just bring this in. So again, keep in mind that your 1-inch score is on the bottom, right? We want to add the line here to this line, and I'm going to turn it just so that it's easier for me to see. Okay, so there we have this part. So now this is going to be the front of the box. So here's the flaps. If we, and this is just real quickly here, I'm showing you. If we lift it up, you can see it start to form like that. Okay, let's add some glue to our side tabs. Get this out of the way for a second. Okay. So do you guys have any big plans coming up? I know it's basically the summer, so I don't have any summertime plans. Do you guys have anything? Anything that you're going to be going to, or any trips you planned out? I want to live vicariously through you guys. Alright, so now we have our tape on both sides, right? Okay, now what we want to do is lift up, let me do it this way, lift up the back piece, and we're going to place it right on top. And that's going to give us that. So, you know what I want to do is what I'm going to do first is let's go ahead and just fold this part here just to give it a good crease. Okay, now let's get rid of the paper backing. I'll do it on both sides. Okay, so we're going to bring this up as well. And here you just want to make sure that you are as straight as could be looking at the corners. So see, we're trying to get it as close to there as possible. Let's go ahead and do the same thing on the other side, making sure that it stands up straight and lining up the edges as best as possible. Okay, so here is our 10 3/8 by 6 3/8, and I'm looking at it on the longer side, and let's go ahead and make cuts up to the first score mark on both sides. We want to give us those tabs so that we can place our lid together. Okay. So now what you should have, again, are tabs. Okay? I'm just folding back all of them. So here it is. Here's our lid. So what we want to do, now I could remove some of this excess, but I don't want to, and here's the reason why. And I give you these little tips and tricks just so that you know as you're working through projects to take into consideration if you may need it. So I want the lid to be as sturdy as possible because that's the piece that's going to be touched a lot. So instead of cutting down these, I actually want to keep it because it's going to reinforce how thick the sides are, if that makes sense. So let's go ahead and just glue these together or tape them together. I like to give you guys kind of the reasons why, instead of just telling you, okay, do this, do that. I would rather kind of tell you the whys. I'm like that with my kids too, guys. I don't like to just say, okay, do this. I like to say why, because I find that it's helpful as you're working through it, because it's going to help you not only on this project, but it's going to help you on another project. And who knows, maybe at one point you may want to start designing your own items, and then that's where this is going to kick in. So I think it's a really good tip for beginners. Okay, so what you'll notice is that I did it, and I'm just going to press this down super quickly here real quick. Okay, so you're going to notice that I didn't place tape on the 3. I only did it to 2 on each side. Here's the reason. Let's go ahead and do a mock-up. So we're going to, this one will go down, right? This one is going to go over it. So that's going to attach. And then this here is going to attach here. So we don't want tape or glue on this side, if that makes sense. So that's why. All right. Let's go ahead and get rid of the paper backing. Okay, so we're going to start with the middle. Let's go ahead and fold the left-hand side to the middle. Keeping in mind to look at your corners. And then we're going to take the right-hand side and go up to the middle. So there you have it. There's the side, and now this is really reinforced. So let's go ahead and do the same thing on the other one. So there is our lid. All right, let's go ahead and bring in our 5.5 by 3 and our 4.5 by 3. And what we're going to do is make pockets for the front. All right, guys. So now on our 4.5 by 3 and also our 5.5 by 3 pieces, we are going to cut the 3 boxes. So I've made X marks, so where the X mark is where we are going to cut, and we're going to do that for both sides. All right. So your piece should look like this. Now what we're going to do is let's go ahead and we are going to cut from here to the score mark, to the score line just above. Okay, so now what you have is you've created a little tab. Let's see, you've created a little tab right there on both sides. Okay, so this is going to be, let's go ahead and fold all of our crease marks. Okay, so to put it together, we are just going to fold in. Let's see if I can do it this way, just to kind of show you guys, for anybody that's not used to making these. Just to give you a visual, I'm going to fold in the 2 sides like this. These are going to go in, and then this piece here is going to go up and over like that. So that's what it's going to look like. I'll do it again for anybody that hasn't done this before. So fold your 2 sides in. These little tabs are going to go inside and bring up the bottom piece. So that's what it should look like. So let's go ahead and do it to both sides. Okay, now we want to place some glue or tape, whatever you wish. And we need to do it on the middle tab. Let me just do it super quickly. Okay, so for both, you'll see that I've added some double-sided tape to our little flaps. Now let's put it together. Okay, so we're going to do the same thing. Let's bring up our sides. I'll just move this out of the way. Let's bring up our sides. We have our tape right there. And let's see if we can hold it with one hand. Let's bring it up, matching our sides, our corners. You want to make sure that it's flush. And now we just want to use glue or tape just to this piece here. You can use glue, tape, whatever you wish. All right, let's go ahead and remove the paper backing. I need to get to the nail salon, guys. I haven't been. Okay, so let's go ahead and just fold this in. Again, making sure that your side is flush. And we'll bring in and we'll do it the same thing to the other side. Okay, so there is a pocket. So let's go ahead and do the same thing to the other side. I mean, not to the other side. Oh, for the love of Mary. So let me show you what we're going to do. Let's bring back in our base, and essentially we are going to make these pockets go like that. So let's go ahead and place some glue or tape on the three sides. And let's remove the paper backing. Okay, let's go ahead and place this on. So I am going to line this up flush against here. Okay, so there are our pockets. Okay, so now we have the inside here. We have two pockets here. So there you have it. So if you lift it up, there you have your box. Alright guys, so I've gone ahead and decorated the planning box, and let me give you a quick little look on all sides and the bottom. I love this paper. So I've just wrapped some ribbon all the way around the lid and included a bow there. So when you open it up, this is revealed. Let me just show you a better look at the front. Added all kinds of embellishments here. Added my favorite clear gems. I think it just totally jazzes up any project. I have decorated the sides as well. So when you open it up, this is what you have. So first off, I created 12 A2 sized cards and envelopes. So there are 12 cards and 12 envelopes ready for me to send out. I think that the black is going to look just beautiful with white gel lettering, handwriting. It's going to really, really pop. All ready to send out this holiday season, and I just wrapped up all the cards with some ribbon and tied it into a pretty bow. So I have all of those cards now ready to send out, when the time comes, and let me show you the inside. Here I have placed a bunch of tags just in case I needed some, so those are in the front pocket. As well, in this pocket, I placed some gems ready to place onto my cards or anything else that I may want to send out to my family and friends. So I have that in the front pocket. Let me go ahead and just give you a better view of what it looks like. We have quite a bit of room in here. I would say that I probably have a good 20 tags, and I can still fit quite a bit. As well, for the cards and envelopes, I used 110-pound black cardstock, and like I said, I made 12 cards and 12 envelopes, and I still have room. Let me place it back in here so that you can see. I still have room for perhaps another 5 or 6 maybe cards and envelopes, but look how pretty that fits in there. Let me take these out again. So lots of room in your front pockets for whatever that you may want to place. And then here, so when this comes down, it's already, I have Post-its affixed here. I have some flags, and then I decorated here. I'm not sure what I will use here. I may just leave it empty, but I think this looks absolutely adorable. What a great way to start the holiday season with all the items that you're going to need, from cards and envelopes to possibly tags. And of course, we need our gems. And then for any notes that we may want to take, we have our Post-its and our flags. So there, so there you have that. Well, that's all I have for you guys today. I really hope that you enjoyed today's video, and I hope that it gave you inspiration for the upcoming holiday season. I know that we're still several months away. However, it's always great just to be ahead of the game. At least that's what I think. I like to be ahead and kind of get ready for the holidays. I'm one of those that just loves Christmas, so anything that has to do with Christmas, I'm all about it. Well, that's all I have for you today. If you like this video, please smash that like button, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And if you have, thank you so much. It really does mean the world to me. You know, every time I get a like on a video or somebody subscribes to my channel, it gets me all happy, because I know that I'm able to reach more people. And that's ultimately why I'm on YouTube, is to hopefully inspire you all and to give you all lots of great ideas. All right, guys, until the next time, stay safe, be kind, and keep it creative.